Good morning, everyone. Kind of an odd time for me to pop in. Uh, I it's not early. It's not late. It's like just before I would typically pop on a Sunday. It's kind of weird, isn't it? So today, hey Blue Bear. Today I'm going to just do a little show and tell, well, more than a little. I'm going to do some Happy Mail. I'm going to do some purchases from Debbie Epps. And then, hi, Blue Bear. Hi, sweet girl. You're going to hear me loving on my doggy. And then I'm going to show you some finds I got earlier this morning from an estate sale. Oh my gosh. Those of you who love fabric would have loved this place. This place was amazing. And the lines were ridiculous. But, so I got some good deals. I got some fabric. I didn't get too much fabric. Only a few materials really spoke to me. So, all right, let's get going. Blue's enjoying her face scratchies right now, so it's hard to detour my hands to actually show you anything. Okay. I might hear her whimper because I stopped scratching her. Okay, so this one is from Miss Adria. If I remember, I think Adria's blue. Okay, so we'll do this. I think these are, oh my goodness. Look at that. So this is a birthday card. I love her layers. She did really good on that. Yep, Flo. Aw, that's so sweet, Flo. So it says, I could celebrate you every day. Aw. So Flo on you. So Miss Adria on YouTube, most of us refer to her as Flo. Function of light, she pops in on chat periodically on multiple of our channels. Oh, I opened it from the bottom of the envelope. So thank you, Flo. I appreciate the birthday card. Hey, Barb. Okay, so that's gone in my little happy mustache. This one is from Miss Pam, the ginger cat lady. And I got two from her. So I don't know what's what. I don't know what's going on here. We'll see. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, these made me think of you. Oh. Oh. From Miss Pam and Harley. So this is literally just random Happy Mail. She saw these little. These are stickers that they have. They're kind of faux metal looking. She saw them and thought of me. Ooh, these look like spines to books. Got some book covers. Book spines there. Wonder if she was cleaning out her stash and she was just like, yeah, I don't need these. Best trip. These are cool. Thank you, Pampire. Alright, so that's a cute little gift. Alright, this is also from her. This one I'm assuming is a birthday card because I haven't received one from her yet. So I think it'd be a reasonable guess that that's what this is. Yep. Uh-oh. Harley spilt the coffee. I celebrate early. Coffee everywhere. You're welcome. That's cute. I love that. Thank you, Pampire. Thank you, Harley. a good thing my coffee is safe from you over here. Okay. Oh, awesome. Since we're doing little birthday cards and birthday gifts. Oh, Blue was like perched up right behind me, so I may have run over her paw. You go outside. Sorry, I'm back. Figured since I was opening all Christmas cards and stuff, Miss Barb, who's in chat right now, one of my local crafties, she stopped in at work the other day and gave me an early birthday gift. So she gave me some music. I can easily repurpose the covers. I mean, I'll cover the religious parts on them, but yeah. So those will be fun. Again, thank you, Barb. For the early birthday present. I appreciate it. Did I say Christmas earlier? I may have said Christmas present. Brain cells. Presents always, for me, like automatically, I think Christmas instead of birthday. Christmas is right. Good morning. Not quite afternoon yet. It's almost there. I mean, with how much I got, it kind of feels like Christmas. It's a little early for Christmas in July since it's only March. But okay, now. Ooh. Okay, so this is from Miss Debbie Epps. This is a purchase I made. We are expecting up to 3 inches of... Oh, fun. Good time to be in the craft room then, huh? Oh, yeah, that's what this is. I remember now. So, got some dyed flashcards from Miss Epps. These are all in the same color spectrum, and these are in the same color spectrum too. Some are grubbier than others. This one's blank. That's awesome. I vote for Christmas year round. I mean, Hobby Lobby has Christmas stuff out in June, so might as well have Christmas section. Right? And then this was one of her art pieces. This I actually want to get framed. I think this would be awesome to have up on the wall. Oh my gosh, it looks like there's an eye there. Do you see that? I don't think that was intentional, but that's really cool. I love this. So it looks like she did some stenciling. Then stenciling over some looks like she did Casey words. Looks like she did some alcohol inking first, then did stenciling, and then went over the stenciling with metallic and stuff like that. But oh my gosh, that's so cool. Nice. And then I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, it makes me think of coffee beans. So this is her. Ooh, that smells interesting. Hmm. So these are some of her stamped papers that she had dyed. I don't know if she did the stamping before and after, but these are all relatively the same. Not sure on the colors, but it kind of looks like gold frame. Oh, maybe. And there's that one. So when she was presenting her papers, for the most part, I was just like wiping out what was left that other people didn't take. But some beautiful pinky reds, some orange, rusty oranges, some beautiful, beautiful mixed blends here with the blues and teals, and then some simple ones here. I love this green. So I got all those from her. I was lucky enough to make the sale, and she like did a recap. So I love this. I don't know what stamp she had that she was able to do that on, or maybe she printed that on. I wonder if that's how she was able to do them so similarly. Well, no, she would have had to stamp them differently because they all have different impressions on these, which makes them unique. That's so cool. So there's that. A decent stack there. I love my Debby Epps paper. I love all the random fun papers we can get from our local crafties here on YouTube. Well, not so local. Some of them are across states, across really big ponds and everything. But it feels local with how easily we can get it from a lot of them. I feel like she just had this sale, so I'm actually very surprised how fast I was able to get this. So there's that. And put these over here with that. These will go with my other papers over here. I think I have more Debby Epps paper right there, actually. That's kind of funny. Okay, next we are going to go through some of my estate sale finds. Oh my gosh, guys, the amount of stuff I found is ridiculous. So there's that. Found some cute scarves. This isn't for crafting. These are actually for wearing. I love scarves. Okay. That. And that. So these will be fun fibers to use for like layering and everything. I'm excited about those. Okay, so one of these bags has a lot of pokey things and they're stabbing me. Actually, I didn't realize they got a lot of pokey things. Okay. Is that in that one? Okay, that's it in that one. Okay. So, let's just say specialty something or other. I have no idea what this was for at all. Yeah, I have no clue what this was for, but I thought this would be something cool to use it on an assemblage. Same with this. Like this is obviously a thermostat or a thermometer, or whatever. But I thought this would be cool with how grubby it is. And then I'll likely take that out of there, but I'll go through and seal it, and I'll potentially make I feel like a nice big art piece would be great with that. And then the old rations book, or what would hold old rations. So these are war rations. This is what they would use to get their foods and stuff like that. So I've never been able to find these at a decent price. Like usually you'd find one of these books and you're lucky if it even had stamps in it. And you'd have to pay like $8+ for stuff like that, like at an antique store. And then I found this cute little tin for $1, which again, at antique stores, like most of them I find are anywhere from like $12 to like 30 for a tiny little freaking tin like that. Ridiculous. And these are so cool. A bunch of these little spoons, and they feel like they're aluminum, so like I'd be able to like bend these and use them in some assemblage things. So like here, I'm just going to bend this one for an example. So do something like that. Brad that in or screw that into a base, and then have something sitting on there like a little shelf. Or if you have like the Tim Holtz faux candles, you can do that, or have it like that and have the candle there, and then this would be like the reflecting mirror, like from those old lamps, those old candle lamps. So that's cool. Got some fun thread. Like these spools were $7, but like, look at that. I love the fibers on it. Oh, that would be fun. Look at all the different textures. So this lady had like 3 or 4 different types of looms to make yarns, twines, and threads, and all sorts of things. It was really, really cool. You got this cool box here, or tin rather. And then this way. It's coming apart down here, but like when it's closed, it holds it together, so I'm not too worried about it. And then I found a bunch of like hinges and stuff that would be really fun to work with. Okay, so there's that. And a whole bunch of other odds and ends here. There's like little disc things in here, hooks. Just a bunch of fun like hardware stuff I could use. Again, for assemblage. So there's that. 10. Which makes this guy really heavy. And then I got some of these train tracks. I mean, $2 for this whole thing. Yeah. And I think this would be really fun to like snip parts of it and use it in some of my other mixed media stuff. Hey, Lydia. there's that. They had some really long ones, but I didn't see a price tag on the super long ones. But I mean, like, this will be easier to store than the long ones. And then just model car parts, which I think would be super fun. See, there's a little engine and stuff like that. There's wheels. There's ones that don't even have the thing in there. Could use that to make like little frames for things. Like, there's so much fun could be had with these. And then these, I have no clue what these were used for. Like, not a clue at all. They look like cheese wheels, but some of them have these like ice screws in them. Not a clue. Oh, there's this one lady that was there that had uh, rusty bottle caps, like the old bottle caps, and um, like a rubber gasket ring. And she had it as so the rubber gasket ring, and then hanging below it in the center of it was a rusty bottle cap, and she had them as earrings. I was like, that's cute. And then I saw these, and I'm like, you could have these as earrings. With how creative that was, these would be really cool too. So, and then this cute little box that has more screw eyes. I'm assuming they kept them together so like they could continue. So yeah, bunch of those. And obviously I could reuse this box like, or yeah, you could do that too. I think these would be fun if I had like a panel that had like a little bit of a ledge to it. Hang these off of it. So there's that. And there's these. I think these were meant to hold, a bunch of these were meant to hold candles or something, but like, look at that. Could you imagine? Okay, so if I took this flower off, there's already a hole there. You put a little charm there, and then you can hang it off your journal page or something, or hold something in your journal. Maybe put another hole on one of these, and then you could use this flower for assemblage decor or whatever. But yeah, I got a bunch of those. I don't know if they charged me 2 or 4. Because I don't know where this other sticker came from. If I had noticed that, I would have probably taken the 4 off. Hey, Amy K. So I got those, and then I got these. And there's various sizes of these. There's stars. And I'm assuming these, okay, so these were made in Denmark, apparently. I'm assuming these were meant for holding like candles because there's like wax on them. So you'd stick your pillar candles or your tapered candles in here. But this is what was poking me earlier because the ends are kind of sharp and they're coming through. But yeah, various sizes on that. And especially these big ones, what would be fun is if you put an image there. Ooh. Oh. What if you put one of those type keys? One of those circle type keys from a typewriter or cash register in here, and then just poured epoxy or whatever, some resin in there, and then had this adhered onto a assemblage piece or on a journal cover. Oh, that would be really cool. That would be really fun. So you could do that with those. And then they had some bells, but I didn't get the bells. But I had these cute little rusty hearts. And that's all this is. So those are super cute. So, and one, I'm assuming one could split this and use half a heart at a time. Oh, they're bells. Okay. I didn't realize they were bells. Oh, well. Yeah, so then you could use one heart at a time, and then you could use that as embellishment for assemblage piece or journal cover or what have you. You might be able to flip it, flatten it out, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm assuming they must have come off of a garland or something, or could be used for a garland. I think that's what it was intended, may have been intended for. Get the words out, Casey. Okay, so that's that. Let me get these back in my bag for the moment until I create a new home for it, and then I got some more stuff, guys. Go figure that. Okay, so. Mm-hmm. Okay. Is that it? For those. Okay. So got all that. And then I'm gonna hold off on fabric showing. Okay. So they had these blinds, and I'm wondering if she made them herself, but they had multiple sets of blinds. And these are the ones that have this in it to where, like, if you had this set, you'd pull it and it would retract, or you pull it and it would lock. Hey, Thunder. So I grabbed some of these because, like, obviously I could strip this off of this and use it for things. And then I also got this fun yellow one. Like, look how textured that is. So I got those. I only got these two because there's a lot of fabric on that. And there was multiple ones because they were complete sets. Like I said, I think she may have made them based on what I saw of her creativity, her creative stash. And then there was a white one that I didn't particularly care for. And then I found this guy. So I thought this was really cool. Again, if I make a bigger assemblage piece, or even I could just have this as some decor in my potential new craft room and everything. I think this would be a really fun piece to have. There's that. And then I got a set of these sewing drawers here, and they were $2 a piece. So I got, well, it wasn't technically a full set. There was only 5 drawers. And the framework carries 6. So got that. And then this was like the main thing I was going for. Look at this, like, little jewelry chest. Isn't that cool? And then this locks. It doesn't have a key to it, but this opens. And then there's 2 more drawers in there. Isn't that cool? So this will be a fun thing to either have in my bedroom for all the random jewelry I have, or to have in my craft room. I think this one would be a blast. And I didn't see a key, but there was a pearl in there. So I got a pearl. And it doesn't have any seams on it, so I'm assuming it's a true pearl. Looks and feels like one. It doesn't feel fake. Oh no, okay, so I don't think, well, maybe. This might lock, I don't know. But so I got that. Okay, but yeah, I can't wait to use these for creative storage. I may create a housing for them to set on my shelves, or I may not. It just depends on how my new potential creative space ends up being. So we'll see how that goes when that happens. I have one of my coworkers um, is reaching out to one of her friends who just moved out of a place near work, and there's a 3 bedroom, and they were able to have a dog there. So I'm hoping that's available here soon. She said they only pay like $900 a month. I'm like, yes, please. That's what I need. Okay, so that is it for those. And recently, I had another thing. It was the Winterfest Vintage Flea Market. I got 3 other drawers. They're not as ornate as those 5, but I like a little diversity with those. I think it would be fun to have more diversity. But I got the ones I got at the flea market. I got for $5 a piece. So it was a little bit more expensive, but like not as expensive as most of the places I usually find them. Like they're usually in between $8 to $30-ish per drawer. That's not even with the framework. So okay, now we're gonna go through some of the fabrics I found. Look at this batik. Oh my gosh! I just love all the little squares for the texture and everything in there. And then I got this one. So fun. This one has like roses in it and other flowers. I got this beautiful one here. Oh my word. And then there was this one gal that was there. Her and I were chatting like most of the time. So she kept seeing batiks, and she kept like pointing them out to me. And I was like, "You're not helping, but you're helping. You're helping me spend, but you're not helping because I'm spending more." So, and then there's these little fat quarters. Had some beautiful green patterns. So those were really cool. Hey, pretty girl. And then I got this one. And then this hat, like it got darker in there. You see the difference? I love how like grungy it gets in some of the areas. I think these would be really fun to use for some journal covers or backdrops in some of my mixed media panels. I think that would be so much fun. I might even like go through and actually rust this a little bit more intentionally. So there's that. And then I found some fun lace stuff. And this one looks like it may have some embroidered linen and lace. Yeah. But this one would be fun to like use sections of it. Like even going down the spine of a journal would be really fun. But I'm thinking of like tattering it up or rusting it up and then using it for some layering. I don't know what this extra random piece is for. I feel like this had a specific purpose. I just don't know what it was. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, pinned above, Miss Amy K here in chat and Miss Tara are going to be going live shortly after I get off. They'll be going on here in about 45-ish minutes. And they're going to have some painty play. I think it's mostly going to be gel printing. Correct me if I'm wrong, Amy. And she tagged Chiquita and I. Is Chiquita joining as well? And like, look at this, like almost like antique gold material. I think this might be like a satin or something. So, but this is beautiful. Oh my gosh. This I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for, but I knew I had to have it. And then there's this. This I think is a flannel. But there's quite a bit of it, and I was looking at it. Okay, gotcha. So this I was thinking would make a fun scarf because I love my scarves, and there's enough of it. I could probably even make a almost like a shawl or something for the winter. I think that would be, or in fall. I think this would be perfect for that. The link to their channel is pinned above. So if you hit that little white pinned item on top, the link will pop up there. And then you just click on that and it'll navigate you to their channel. Pretty. Okay. And then the one that really caught my eye, oh my gosh, I can't. Like this one is fantastic. This right here. You see how it like changes tones? Oh my gosh. And it's a lot warmer in the picture than it actually is in person. But I'm thinking like this would be a great lining fabric for a coat or a cloak, like for a costume, or even like fine dining wear, like outfit. Like, oh my gosh, this was actually the first fabric I grabbed because I saw it. I was like, I need to get over there and grab that before someone else does. There's so much of it. Yeah, but it has like a hint of like gold or something in it. It's kind of a pinky purpley color. I don't know what type of material it is, but like I think this is what you would typically use for a lining for like a suit jacket or something. But like it's you can't really see like I can see through it like looking through this way, but and looking through the other way, but you guys can't really you can see them. You can kind of see my hand through that. Yeah. But oh my gosh, this would be so fun to play with. Ooh. I was just thinking. So I may have mentioned this before, maybe not. I'm planning on doing a gender twist on poison ivy, or as uh, one of my customers at Hobby Lobby suggested. So poison oak, which is a fun spin-off name for it. But I want to do like kind of a classy like spin off of it. I have a bunch of fall leaf garland I got at work, like a bunch of it. So like I'm planning on sewing a lot of that together to just make a basically a big sheet of fabric with it. And then if anything, put this as the inner lining for it for whatever I use on, like whether it's the jacket lining or even the back of the vest. That would be a cool vest backing. Ooh. I mean, there's so much of it. I can play with it. That would be cool. I don't think it's a silk. I don't. It doesn't feel soft enough to be a silk. The gold one earlier was feels more like a silk or a satin. All right. Well, that is it for my finds today. That is it for my purchases from Debbie Epps, and that is it for my Happy Mail. So, and that's all I was going to pop in for. I appreciate you all stopping in and like seeing all the wonderful yummies I got. I will catch you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day. Make sure to grab that link pinned above and get yourself set up if you would like to do some gel play or just some messy play while watching them today. Get that out and ready. They will be on in about half an hour or so. So I will see you guys later. Bye.